Welcome back, friends. It is laundry day over here. We're washing sheets and clothes and all the things. So I was already up here and I thought I'm gonna go ahead and film the intro to this video. But I'm glad that you are spending the week with me this week. We are so busy. We have so many fun and exciting things happening. We had such a sweet, restful morning this morning, made some delicious muffins, and now we have to head to our Azure Standard pickup. I'm trying out a new one where we live. It's very close to our house. I'm very excited about that. I'm excited to meet new people and just see how this drop goes compared to my other one that I was always a part of. So this will be fun. And we also have other things going on this week. I'm gonna get some bulk meat, and I'm also gonna do a big Aldi haul because we don't live close to one. So I wanna go ahead and stock up on some of the things, the staples that I buy at Aldi's. Then I'm gonna be working on house projects. I need to try out some paint samples in a few of the rooms. So I'm gonna try to start doing that. Just trying to figure out what paint colors I want in some of these different rooms in the house. So that's always fun. And I also want to start working on our little tiny guest bathroom. We have guests coming in about a month. So I'm slowly trying to work on the guest room and the guest bathroom, trying to get it nice for our guests. And it doesn't need a whole lot of work. Those rooms are pretty like rustic already, and they have like a lot of wood everywhere. So I don't need to do like a lot of painting and things like that. I mainly just need to do things like shower curtains and hang up a new towel rod and just things like that. So I'll bring you along for that. And then tonight is pizza night. I'm excited to share with you guys my pizza crust recipe, my sourdough pizza crust recipe. It is our family's favorite. It is so, so good, and it's very simple to make. It does take most of the day to like rise and all that, but it's very simple to put together. So I'll show you that. And I don't know what else we will get up to this week. I will just take you along. I do know we need to go to Amish country to look at chicken coops because we got 7 new chicks. and they're getting big, and so we're gonna need somewhere to put them. And so we have got to order a chicken coop like ASAP, and we just want to go and look at them in person and see what size we want. So we may even stop by some of the Amish markets on our way and check those out. So come along with me, we're gonna have a fun week. We got a 6-pack of these probiotic sour creams. I have never tried that or the cheese from Azure before, so I'm excited to try that. I've heard it's amazing. We also got this huge, I can't remember how much this is, but it's several pounds, I think, of cheese. This is the white cheddar. And then I got some soft white wheat. I want to try this in some of my baked goods to see if I like it. We also got some raisins and some coconut aminos. I use this in place of soy sauce. It is a lot better for you. And they had a good price on that. I also will get it at Trader Joe's sometimes. And then we got 6 of these probiotic yogurts. I got 20 pounds of their frozen green beans. They are my absolute favorite. They taste so good. And then I also got some frozen peaches. My kids love peaches, so I grabbed them some of those for them. And then down here I got another 25-pound bag of their rolled oats. That is our favorite oats. They are so good. And that is my Azure haul. So we are back from our Azure Standard drop. It was such an awesome experience, you guys. The drive there is beautiful. Also, the people were so nice. The guy who runs our particular drop was just so kind and hospitable. He does it on his farm, and there are just beautiful things everywhere. He has this amazing chicken coop and pond, and it's just like beautiful. He just says, you know, let the kids explore and have fun. There were like people swimming in his pond, and so it was so fun to get to see that and get to experience that. And the kids were so excited. They were like, this is even better than our old drop, because the old drop they loved because it was at a church and there was a playground. And they were like, this one's even better. So that made me so happy. I keep telling them, God has us in this new place, in this new season, because he's got better things for us. And sometimes I think they don't totally believe that. And today they did. And that was just, it blessed my mama heart so much. Makes me emotional thinking about it. But we just had such a good day. Now I've got to get some housework done. I need to try out some paint samples on the walls, and I need to work on the guest bath. Got another Facebook Marketplace find to show you guys. I got this for the guest room. It's just a tiny little room down here, and it has this, I'm trying to make you dizzy. It has this really ugly green screen down here. I'm planning to change this paint color. That's what I'm down here for. I'm gonna see what paint color I want to change that out with. But I'm so excited about this dresser because it's like antique. It is really big, so plenty of room for guests to put their things. And it is gonna look so good with some of the new paint colors that I have chosen. So this is our tiny little guest bathroom. It is got a lot of character to it, actually. It has some really pretty stenciling, I don't even know what you would call this, on the walls in here. I gotta take that down. I got a new mirror to hang right here. I gotta switch that out. The light is actually not bad either. I'm gonna just take that down and spray paint it black because I'm doing more of like black hardware in here. I hate the sink. I would love to do something with that eventually. I feel like that is like a sink for like a trailer, not for a bathroom. And then down here, this is just like fabric. And so my plan is to cut a piece of wood that size, and then I bought some like caning, and I'm gonna glue the caning onto that wood, and then either glue or nail the wood piece into the back of that. Also switching out these, and then I already put a little rug in here and a new shower curtain. I love the shower curtain. It's like a linen. It's really got a pretty texture, and I love the ruffle at the bottom. So that is about all I'm doing in here. Not going crazy, just putting a few like, you know, new hardware pieces in here. I will decorate the shelf. I'm also gonna leave a good bit of room on those shelves, like maybe some empty baskets for our guests so that they have some storage room. This is the hardware that I got to go in the place of those little birds or flies or whatever they were. Fireflies, I guess they were. So these are gonna look so much better. Okay, I've been working a few days down here, so I wanted to give you an update on how everything's going. I got the towel hook put up, and I got the new hardware on. I still need to do the little wood inserts for the front of the cabinets. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I got a mirror for right there. Did not like the size of it. Ordered another one. It came broken. So now I'm really not sure what I'm gonna put right there. I may just put the first one I bought back up for now, and then try to find something else later on. We got a new toilet seat because we realized the one that was on it was like an off-white and did not match the toilet, so that was kind of weird. Also put a new light switch cover on, and I even decorated these shelves. I think they turned out really pretty. I have things like the hair dryer and an extra straightener in that basket for guests. I still may hang that picture frame up. I put this on the back of the toilet for a little decor. And I also got a new rug in here. I really did not like the size of the other one, and this one is actually already dirty, but I need to clean it. But I really like the scalloped, and I thought it was really pretty, and the size of it works a little bit better for this space. So that is an update. And now I'm gonna walk you through how I make my pizza crust. I don't do this every week. We order out a lot of weeks, but I do try to make it homemade at least a couple of times a month. And so the first thing I do is mix up my dough. You're gonna want at least a 2/3 cup of active sourdough starter. And I actually doubled the recipe, and it made about 2.5 pizza crust. It probably would have made 3 if you did more of like a thin crust. But I made like a really small pizza to be like a cheesy bread, and then I made 2 larger pizzas. I will leave the recipe below, but basically all you do is you mix up your active sourdough and you make your dough and you let it sit for a little while. It usually takes about 6 hours to rise, and then you're gonna press it into your pans. And for the cheesy bread, I did not pre-bake the crust. I just put this garlic butter sauce over the top, and then I put cheese on top of that and went ahead and baked it. But for the other 2 pizzas, I did pre-bake them just for about 5 minutes. It helps the middle not be soggy, I find. And then I was ready to put the toppings on the top. So the first one is just a basic pepperoni pizza with mozzarella cheese and pepperonis. And then my secret weapon to pizza is this garlic butter sauce that you saw a minute ago that I always mix up. And it's just butter. I don't have measurements. It's just butter and Parmesan cheese and some Italian seasoning and garlic powder, and it is so good. I put some around the edges of the pizza, and then I sprinkle a little bit on the top. And this other pizza that I'm showing you had fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, basil, and I think that was all I put on that one. It was so delicious. We do a family pizza movie night just about every week, and it's become a family tradition we all really look forward to. Me and the kids have been gone all morning, running around doing some different errands. The thing about where we live now, we are so out in the country that any errands are like 20 or 30 minutes away. Today it was more like 40 minutes away. So I picked up something exciting from Facebook Marketplace. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And then we ran in Walmart. The boys wanted to get fishing poles for our pond, so we grabbed them some fishing poles. And then the main reason I was going is for Aldi's, because there's not one near us and I wanted to stock up. So I stocked up on all our favorite Aldi's items that will hopefully last us at least a month. And then I also went to a place to get bulk meat. I was able to get 1/8 of a cow, which was about 80 pounds of meat, grass-fed. I'm really excited. So I'll show you guys all of that we got really quick. Okay, so here is my Aldi haul as well as my bulk meat. I have a whole huge cooler of the rest of the meat downstairs. So I'm not going to show it all to you, but I'll let you know what I got. First, let's start with Aldi, and let's start with the junk first, because I let the kids pick out a few junky items, and they love these goldfish wannabes. So I let them get some goldfish, and they got some cereal. We got the Lucky Charms for Michael's birthday next week, and then the shredded wheat and the honey grams are what we eat the most of, but we still try not to do cereal more than just a couple times a week because it's really not the best option. But I do like Aldi's better, especially this junky kind better, because it does not have food dyes in it. Okay, so then I got some trail mix and some cashews. They got a bag of Chex Mix. They also got some of these turkey sticks to nibble on for snacks. I also got a bunch of bananas because I want to freeze some of these for smoothies as well. And then I got a bag of avocados, organic apples, zucchini. We'll chop this up and have it as a side for dinner. We got some fruit. We got some grapes and some pineapple. And then we love these breakfast bars. The kids eat these occasionally. And so I went ahead and stocked up on those. And then this is my favorite marinara sauce of any kind in any store. And so I stocked up a good bit on this because they don't always have the exact kind that I like. I like the kind with the green lid, tomato and basil. It has really good ingredients, no added sugar. And then I also love the tikka masala sauce. So I will make this with chicken and rice, and it is so good for an easy, quick dinner. And then I also really love their salsa. Their organic, mild salsa is just so good. And we use a good bit of this, so I got several cans of that. And then we also really like their applesauce and their organic ketchup, so I stocked up on all of that. I also stocked up on some mac and cheese so the kids can have just a quick little dinner or lunch. And then I got a couple of things of their organic apple juice. I needed some of this red wine vinegar. We also got milk and yogurt from Aldi. I like their organic whole milk. And so the yogurt is in my other big cooler. At this farm, we got 10 pounds of steaks. We got 20 pounds of ground beef, and I got 10 pounds of different kinds of roasts. So we got different kinds of steaks, different kinds of roasts, and ground beef. And I got a really good price for it. So I was really excited about that. And it stocks my freezer for probably, I'm hoping 4 to 6 months, but we will see how long that lasts us. And now I've got to put all this stuff away. So my brother just called and they are thinking of coming to visit us. And so that lit a fire under me. So now I've got to get this room painted, and I have already started. I've done a little bit of the trim, and I am about to roll the whole thing, hopefully finish this project today. It's just a very small wall, so I think I can. And I think you are going to have to wait till the next video to see the final reveal of this room and this wall and all of that. So hate to leave you hanging. I'll give you a tiny little sneak peek in a second, but you'll have to wait till next week's video to see the final reveal.